When most people hear the Dominican Republic, they imagine white sand beaches, palm trees, and azure seas. Many associate the Dominican Republic with vacation. But major global companies today look at the Dominican Republic quite differently. They don't see a resort, they see the most promising economy in the Caribbean region. Why specifically the Dominican Republic? After all, there are dozens of islands around with a similar climate. Why international corporations, investors, and tech companies are coming here? First, for over 10 years, the Dominican Republic has remained one of the fastest growing economies in the entire Western Hemisphere. Average economic growth significantly outpaces most countries in the Caribbean and Latin America. It's no longer just a tourist destination, it's a full-fledged regional economy. Secondly, geography. From here, it's just a 2-hour flight to Miami, less than 4 hours to New York, and a few hours to Panama, Mexico, Colombia, and most major cities in North and South America. For international business, this is ideal logistics. Recently, Amazon made a strong entry into the Dominican Republic and is already using it to expand its logistics. Thanks to modern ports, airports, and free economic zones, shipping across North and South America is becoming faster and cheaper. Major global carriers like DHL, FedEx, and UPS have also made the Dominican Republic one of their key logistics hubs. But it's about much more than just logistics. Today, hundreds of international companies in IT, medicine, manufacturing, finance, and outsourcing are already operating in the country. Companies like Medtronic, Rockwell Automation, Eaton, Cardinal Health, and others have recently opened offices and service centers here. Many global medical equipment manufacturers produce their goods right here in the Dominican Republic. And few people know that the country is now among the largest exporters of medical devices in Latin America. The next important factor is the free economic zones. There are over 80 free trade zones in the country where international companies receive significant tax incentives. The next huge advantage is human capital. The Dominican Republic has a young population, a large number of specialists, a good level of English, and a low labor cost compared to countries like the US and Canada. Therefore, the call center, IT outsourcing, financial services, and remote customer support industries are rapidly developing in the country. Today, international service companies serving clients across North America are entering the market in droves. In addition, in recent years, the government of the Dominican Republic has made digitalization one of the country's top priorities. High-speed internet is expanding, modern data centers are being built, government digital platforms are being actively implemented, and ideal conditions are being created for tech companies and startups. It's no coincidence that the world's leading IT giants are increasingly looking at the Dominican Republic as a hub for their future growth. Investments here should be mentioned separately. In recent years, the country has consistently set records for the volume of foreign direct investment. Investors see the potential and are moving into almost every sector of the economy. Money always drives development. New highways are being built, airports modernized, seaports expanded, and entire modern business districts are being created. At the same time, the energy sector is growing rapidly. The Dominican Republic is actively investing in solar and wind farms, modernizing the power grid nationwide. And finally, a factor that's particularly interesting to companies like ours, which deal with real estate in the Dominican Republic. When international companies enter the country, they bring high-paid professionals with them. Directors, engineers, IT specialists, financiers, and various managers. All these people start renting and eventually buying homes. To keep up with this growing demand, the real estate sector is expanding very quickly. Today, developers from almost every corner of the globe are already active here. And it's no longer just a market for vacation rentals. It's a market that's starting to serve international business. And this, of course, means entirely different volumes and a whole new level. Large modern districts are being built from the ground up, and the Dominican Republic is rapidly transforming. The end result is a very compelling picture. People see beautiful beaches, while investors see a booming economy. International companies see efficient logistics, tax benefits, stability, easy access to the US market, and great potential for further growth. The country is quickly becoming not just one of the world's top resorts, but also one of the most attractive investment hubs. And most importantly, this is only the beginning of a long journey. Major players have only recently poured billions of dollars here, meaning the point of no return has been passed, and we're on the verge of massive changes. And that's exactly what real estate investors are looking for. Today, all the factors have aligned for investors here, suggesting that investments will yield excellent dividends in the future. What's happening in the Dominican Republic today is the same thing that happened in Panama or Dubai at the turn of the century. And we all know just how much investors who correctly read the situation back then ended up making. Now it's the Dominican Republic's turn.